1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I am going to be diving through one of my absolute favourites today, one of my favourite bands, one of my favourite songs, and that is Georgy Porgy by Toto. So this, one of their very early hits and an absolute classic. I've played this at jam sessions, I've taught it to students, I've played it at weddings. It's a really fun song to play, and it's got some really cool elements to it. Some parts that are, quite simple, actually, deceptively simple, and parts that are quite complex. So it sort of evaded me for a long time. I think often as guitarists or as musicians even, we learn the parts of the songs that we can pick up quickly and sort of ignore the rest. It's sort of like knowing some of the lyrics, but not all of them. And that's definitely me with a lot of songs, and I'm trying to change that so that I can learn all the parts of the songs, even the bits that I find tough. So that was me up until recently, when I finally figured out what these extended chords are in Georgy Porgy, and now I can play the whole thing properly, which is fun. So first off, looking at the verse. Now the song is in E minor or G major, depending on how you want to look at it. And the verse is a very simple, it's a 4, 5, 6, minor 6 progression, which is using the Nashville number system. So we're going from a C, it was basically a C add 9, or a C major 7, to a D, E minor, it's there for 2 bars, back to C major 7, do a D6 here if you wanted to, and then E minor, then the pre-chorus goes from a C, A minor, there's like a B7 sus4, B7, sus4, 7, C, A minor, B7 sus4, another verse, C to the D, and then goes into another pre-chorus there. And then we're getting to the chorus, which, as I mentioned before, is the bit I always ignored. I got close enough. It was, I used to play sort of I'll show you what I used to do. So I used to play an E minor 7, A over C sharp, and then this is like a I mean, it's a C7, but with an F sharp in the bass. And then I used to do it's like a B7 sus4 with a augmented 5 on top. So that's what I used to do, which is close, but it's not quite right. So the actual real way to play it is a E minor 7. And then it goes to a C sharp minor 7, sharp 5. And then the same sort of chord there, C7 with an F sharp in the bass, B minor 7, sharp 5. So all together sounds like this. And it vibes that around the time. It's got a great instrumental in this song as well, that is basically just over the verse chords, which is an extremely fun chord progression to play over. Obviously it's throughout popular music everywhere you look, but there's the same thing, so the 4-5 minor 6 progression, so a C to the D to the E minor. You don't see it so much in the live versions of the song, but the studio version of the song has Steve Lukather playing slide guitar over this section, which you don't hear Steve Lukather playing slide very much. So it's nice to hear that, something different from Steve Lukather. And there's, obviously, speaking of the times, that sort of 80s period, there's, it's a harmonized slide guitar solo. You can't beat it, and that's essentially the whole how it all comes together. So I'll put it all together now, so you've got something to work with. But I just want to say thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to hear, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Cheers.